to the Henry FM_ YouTube channel. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? But don't worry, there is plenty of FM22 content coming your way from myself. Today we will be delving in something different, looking at how FM22 will predict the career path of one particular player who is touted for very, very big things. But before we get into it, if you would like to see more of this sort of content, feel free to like the video, drop it a sub, hit the notification bell as well. There'll be plenty more of these, hopefully, to come out during FM22 if you guys want to see them. We also live stream over on Twitch. I'll put the link in probably about there, hopefully, if I've done everything correctly. Usually stream 4 or 5 times a week, usually in the evenings, sometimes occasionally during the day. But yes, let's go ahead and show you what player we'll be looking at today. Right, so this player we'll be looking at today is obviously Kylian Mbappe, the next big thing in football. Well, could already argue to be the big thing in football at the moment. The current PSG superstar who lines up alongside Neymar and Messi for the Parisian Giants. At 22, there's going to be an interesting future for Mr. Mbappe, especially as the most interesting thing, which is why I did this as the first one, is his contract expires at the end of this season. And he's also exploring his options, which is a new feature that they've added in, this exploring options little circle bit. But there is possibility that he will leave at the end of his contract, so it'll be intriguing to see what happens. I mean, he is world class. Look at it, it's 18 dribbling, 17 finishing, composure. He's super fast. He's off the ball. He's got it all. He's described as an elite striker. He's already got 48 caps for France at the age of 22 with 17 goals. There is a lot of potential for this man to, well, develop into the superstar that many have touted him to be. But are there Ballon d'Ors? Are there big money moves? They're world-breaking seasons? Let's have a look. I'll be back in 4 years, in July 2025. We'll see how good he looks then. And here we are, 4 years later. As you can see, I've remained unemployed there. I've had no influence in the save. I haven't added myself as a manager anywhere. I've remained unemployed. One quick thing before we go and see Mbappe. I just noticed Hansi Flick, the current Albanian manager. Strange things happen. But let's go and see what's happened to Kylian Mbappe. And here he is. No longer the PSG superstar. The man plays for FC Bayern Munich over in Germany. And he has developed a fair decent amount. Not super high levels of development, but you wouldn't expect that for someone of his level that he was at 4 years previously. One other thing you can notice is he's nearly doubled his cap count for France and got trebled his goal count. He's up to 51 goals now for the French national team. But let's have a look at how he did in the past few seasons. So he obviously moved for free at the end of season 1. A fairly average first season for PSG, only scoring 13, assisting 5, nothing special. But his first season at Bayern, well, that was something. 25 goals and 31 appearances in the league. 30 in all competitions throughout the season. The next 2, not successful, 14 in 26, and then only 10 in 27. Not too many assists, decent average ratings. So obviously he must be doing something good, but nothing that's lighting up the stats horrendously well. In terms of milestones, we look back at, he was signed for a free. Obviously, PSG won the league, so he only got a league win with PSG. Nothing too much. Of course, came straight away. Got the Super Cup, the German Super Cup. Pretty good start to your career in Bayern. Finished third. Where is it? Finished third in his first season as World Player of the Year in 2022. Pretty impressive. Of course, didn't finish there in the season after though. But in 2024, won the Ballon d'Or ahead of Leon Goretzka and Mo Salah. And he scored with 28 goals and 11 assists and 52. That is pretty good. But only one Ballon d'Or. And it's interesting that there's all 4 winners in the save have all been different players. Lewandowski, De Bruyne, Haaland and Mbappe. Maybe there's potential for future career paths of those players in the near future. In addition to that, they've won the Bundesliga in his first season, then another Super Cup. Then they actually won a quadruple in 23-24. They won the Super Cup, the Pokal, the Bundesliga, and the Champions League. So that's pretty impressive. He finished runner-up in the Euro 2024 Golden Boot. Nothing said in his of how he did in the World Cup. And then the most recent season, 24-25, he won the Pokal, Bundesliga, and Champions League again, so a treble. So as a team, Bayern are winning a lot. But Mbappe isn't setting the world alight in terms of statistics. I still think that you want to get more out of Mbappe in this situation. But let's go another 4 years. Let's go to 2029 and let's see what's happened to Mr. Mbappe. So I'll see you in a minute. So here we are in 2029 and he's still developing. He's still getting even better. 18 finishing, 20 composure, 20 anticipation. His physicals are still pretty good considering he's 30 now. 134 caps for France and 90 goals. He's really scoring. And as you can see, it's not just scoring for the French national team. He is banging them in for Bayern. The last few seasons, 26 and 32 in the league, 35 in all competitions in 25-26. Then goes on to score 25 and 34 in the league. A bit of a quiet one this season. I imagine there must have been some sort of injury that had an impact on that season, 30-23. But next season, the most recent one, 28-29, comes in with 24 and 32 in the league. He really is showing his quality. And if we go and look at his milestones, so they've won another German Super Cup, they've won the European Super Cup, the Pokal and the Bundesliga. So another treble, but the proper domestic double. And in terms of World Player of the Year, won the Ballon d'Or in 2025. He also got the Golden Boot in the 2026 World Cup before winning another German Super Cup and another Ballon d'Or in 2026. Of course, they win the Bundesliga again. No Pokal though this year, first in a few years. The European Golden Shoe, top scorer. He's just racking up milestones left, right and centre. Not even in the top 3 though for the 2027 Ballon d'Or. Interesting to see. But the 27-28 win the Pokal and the Bundesliga yet again. He also won the Golden Boot and Best Player at Euro 2028. The 2028 Euros, which was actually, well, let's find out. Was it won by the French? No, they finished runner-up in the 2028 Euros. But Mbappe being that man, 9 goals in 7 games to win that Golden Boot, and then the player of the tournament as well, which also helps coincide with another Ballon d'Or in 2028, and then another Pokal win, but their first non-win in the Bundesliga since Mbappe joined in the 28-29 season. That shows the dominance this Bayern team have had. They did, however, make up for it, I think, by winning the Champions League. But he's still only 30. There's still more to come from Mbappe. I don't think we've seen the end of it. He's still not for sale. Bayern have no interest in selling him. I think there's more to come from this man. I think there is more to come. And let's have a look in just a few years. Let's go to 2033, another 4 years, and let's see what happens to Mbappe. I'll see you in a bit. Here we are in 2033 now. Kylian Mbappe is 34, 147 caps for France, 98 goals. What a record for one of the best strikers around. An interesting thing to note though, you will see he's being bid on. There is bids coming in from Arsenal, Monaco, and Juventus. Do we see the end of Mbappe's 12-year stay at Bayern Munich? As you can see, his physicals are slightly dropping. For 34, though, you wouldn't be too unhappy with the acceleration at 15, pace at 14. Technical is still very good. Dribbling, of course, is going a bit. But apart from that, he is still world class at the age of 34. In the seasons we've seen since, it's been all right. He's not really reached the heights of those two seasons, 25-26 and 26-27. 20 and 29 in the league and 29-30. Only 15 and 24 the season after. 20 and 32, arguably one of his better seasons with 12 assists as well. So goal contribution every match in the league. But then only 11 goals and 25 more assists, maybe slipping further back, becoming more of a creator rather than that out-and-out goal scorer due to his physicals decreasing over time. But let's go and see what he's done in those years since, of course, we last saw him in 2029. He then, well, they won the Club World Cup. He then went and won another Ballon d'Or. They won the Bundesliga and the Pokal again. He was the best player in Europe. He was runner-up for the World Cup Golden Boot in 2030. Another Ballon d'Or in well, that's not the Ballon d'Or, sorry, the best player in the world in 2030. They are different. I will install all the name fixes and stuff like that post-beta. I want to keep it as normal as it is for the moment, just so it makes reporting bugs and to SI much easier. Anything interesting? They won the Pokal and the Bundesliga, so another, well, a treble in a sense as well. Runner-up in the Ballon d'Or as well, another great performance. While Golden Ball runner-up, another domestic double. They seem to win the Bundesliga Pokal every year at this point. He was top scorer in the Bundesliga in 31-32. As he went on another Champions League, he won another Ballon d'Or. I think that might have been his last. He did win another double, this time the Bundesliga and the Champions League. But with World Golden Ball, this is probably his best year. But now at 34, is he going to get much better? I can't see Mbappe really reaching those heights of a few seasons back. I think now we see the end of Mbappe's dominance over football. But let's go another 4 years into the future. Let's see if Mbappe is still playing at the age of 38. I'll see you in a second. Before I see what's happened to Mbappe, another few updates on some strange, insecure jobs here. So you've got Reece Oxford, manager of Houston Dynamo, Breland Bolo at Parma, Nuno at Bosnia and Herzegovina, Eddie Howe, not as in England, but manager of Czech Republic. You've got Andre Villas-Boas at Finland, Solskjaer in Iceland. It's FM in the future is very weird, but you know who we're focusing on. We are focusing on Kylian Mbappe. And here he is. I did another simulation of 1 year further into the future, and this is Mbappe. This is his career done. He never played again for France. So 34, he must have retired from international football. But he's had some interesting moves since the last 4 years. As you can see, his physicals have completely dropped off at 38. He is still stupidly good. Technically, his finishing has actually gone up since we last saw him. But technically, mentally, he is still stupidly good. A veteran striker. Yes, he did retire. He did retire in 2030. I obviously didn't see that. Good work from me. But career-wise, he's had an interesting one. He went to Juventus in the end. He chose Juventus over Arsenal and Monaco. He's had 3 pretty unspectacular seasons. Nothing that's lit up the world at all. I mean, his best season was probably his last one. He had 30 appearances, 9 goals, 8 assists in the league. It's nothing special. Then went and had a nice season in England with Leicester City. Funny enough, 14 appearances, 2 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. I mean, at that point, I think he was already eyeing up the beaches. Well, I don't think he was eyeing up the beaches in England. Well, the closest beach to Leicester, you'd think, is, you got Skegness, and I don't think he's eyeing up Skegness. In terms of what happened in these last few years, so he bought for Juventus for a fee rise to 27.5 million. They went and won the Italian double. No European honours. I mean, he was best striker in the Serie A. They then won another domestic double and then another Italian Cup before he was released in the end. After he was actually inducted into Juventus' overall best 11, which says something. He was only there for 3 pretty average years. He also won best striker of the season in his final season. He went to Leicester on a free transfer, and he was named in their best 11. And he must have played some games for the under 20, the youth team, because it said that their under 23s were promoted. So he must have played. Imagine that. You're a young 18, 19-year-old looking to make it in football, and you're alongside the legendary Kylian Mbappe at 38. That would be an honour, wouldn't it? But let's have a look. So if we look at the big ones, we look at World Player of the Year. So he ended up winning it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ballon d'Ors and countless appearances in that top 3. Of course, you've also got, it'd probably be better to go here, World Footballer of the Year. He's won that a few times as well. He's won 6 of those. World Golden Ball. He has won this quite a few times as well. He's got 6 World Golden Balls. He's obviously been up there in the performances as well. I can't think of any other ones that there being. Gold 50. He's won that twice. We probably could go and look at France and their awards. French Player of the Year. Well, yeah, there's quite a dominance, isn't there? He's won it. How many years in a row is that? 12 years in a row was French Player of the Year. 12 years in a row. That is something special. That's the career path of Mr. Kylian Mbappe. But I hope you've all enjoyed that. If you have any suggestions of other players you want to see, drop them in the comments below. I've got a few ideas of people I want to have a look at and their career paths in the future. And hopefully that we can, if there's enough interest in this series, we'll do many more of these. Yet again, make sure you've subbed to the channel, drop the video a like, make sure you hit the bell as well. You get notified of uploads when they occur. And go and follow the Twitch there as well. I usually stream a lot more on Twitch, usually 4 or 5 times a week, as said, more of the evenings sort of thing. But hopefully it won't be another couple months until I see you on YouTube again. But stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.